Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, guys. It's Balak on Blitz. Today, we are here to talk about the Amx M4 Mle 54, aka the M4 54. This tank, right now, for the next few days, is in the store for money in real life for containers. Pricing you see right now is in the Canadian dollars because I live in Canada. 14 containers for $139.99, or one container for $13.99. To be honest, it's kind of an expensive tank. 25 charmers you need to get the tank. Now, me being the collector that I am, I did buy the 25 containers to get the 25 charms. But with my luck, I got the tank on the second crate, so the rest of the crates were just accumulated to free XP and some gold on the side within premium days, believe it or not. This tank is actually a collector tank for tier 10. I do have a couple battles with it. It is overall a good tank. I have about average stats for it, 54 battles. I do want to have it higher up there, maybe 100, maybe 200 battles, and then in the future at some point 1,000 battles with it. It's a nice tank. Victories, battles survived. I survived a whole bunch of battles. My KD ratio and my damage ratio is not the brightest because, to be honest, a lot of free-to-play players or like haters who can't afford the tank because they don't have a job or they can't take mommy's credit card, right? Buy the tank. So they always focus me out, even when I'm behind the team. That being said, the stats are average and also spawn a lot because they always bum rush me because I'm fully spec'd out. Nice equipment, ammo, visions, and the fancy camo, right? Stats are, hit points are about average. Armor on the turret is very nice. Hull is average, above average actually. Very nice hull. View range is average, concealment ratio is average. Damage is slightly below average, 12-second reload the way I have it spec'd. Penetration is slightly below average for a medium. So that's just how I have it. Damage, it's 480 alpha, but more than that, you're going to do 500, 550, no problem. And then the premium shell, which is also armor piercing, only does 400, so it'd be regular 120mm, but it's actually a 130mm. Right, HE is nice at 620 at 72mm pen. Gun compression is 8 degrees, but because of the size of the tank, it's only actually like 6 or 7 degrees. And then tier 9 engine, but that does not slow down the tank. It does have a top speed of 45 and an average speed of like 33, but in the game it's actually like 40 across most terrains. Let's just go in and look at a couple replays here. First replay, we're in Alpenstadt, going against the fair matchmaking, kind of fair. Let's load in. Right now we're just going a little to the left, actually. Cover our mediums. This is where we start to get a couple of good shots in. Now, the gun is accurate. It does have like a 4 or 5 second aim downside time, and the dispersion is average. We'll check after the battle. I'm getting some nice shots in. That's just because this time I was actually paying attention and I know how to aim my shots, you know. Sometimes it's the player, not the tank. Sometimes it's the other way around. For now we're just going to move in to get an angle on these guys over here in town. Hopefully. Try and go for AP, but it's not the most reliable shot. Oh, no, it penned, okay. Got that pen. But it was a low roll, only 318. Now look at the bat shot. He moves out of the view range. So we're actually gonna go to the bridge and get some shots in that way. The tank, like I said, it looks actually pretty nice with the camo. The camo's worth it if you have the spare gold on the side. But always wait to get the 50% discount on the camo when you do a good game. Like second class, mastery, or higher. It would give you a high chance of actually saying, hey, we're doing such a valiant effort, we give you the camo half off. Too bad it's not an Amorak. Wargaming nerfed their Amoraks a long time ago. Sitting at 710 blocked and 2.6k damage. It's pretty much average. We might go for the ram here. We go for the ram. Now we're just going to be 1v1 in the VK72. This is where the penetration is a little lackluster. Just watch what this E3 does. I'll move forward. Now we're just going to farm this VK72. We're going to trade shots. Trying to get an HE in my rear, I won't let him. Get him. He gets one shot to the side, but that's okay. I know the team's gonna finish him off, so I final shell. Resulting in 4.5k damage. 710 blocked. That's a okay credit earner. Some games you'd use your credit boosters, other games not. This is without the credit booster, so it was actually pretty okay at earning credits. Best in the team, followed by the Sheridan, which was an average player with a lot of battles. We're just gonna look over the gun stats right now. Like I said, 4.3 second aiming time, 0.31 dispersion. That's about average. It's nothing too crazy, but nothing too amazing either. That's just how I have it set up. I have calibrated shells, and then improved modules for better ramming, then improved optics, improved engine accelerator, improved assembly for more hit points, enhanced gun lane drive for the better aim time, and then refined gun with better dispersion, because without that, the dispersion would be pretty subpar. Look at our other replay. Now we're playing on New Bay in a platoon. Fair matchmaking once again, to be honest. They have 2 tier 10s, but we have 3 TDs, and both of them are good TDs. Well, that was a clanmate. I didn't notice till now. That was a clanmate. Shout out to Papilucho 071. Papi Chulo 71. I'll fast forward a little bit. The tank, like I said, does look really nice, especially with the camo. But let's see how it performs over here. Waiting for the IS-7 to peek on the left. There we go. Just gonna reposition to get a better angle. Bacha, I should have loaded HE because that guy has no armor, but I didn't want to risk it. And again, it was a low roll because the min damage for the regular AP is 389 to 386, so that is a low roll. Right now I'm just focusing on these guys over here. The way I'm positioned, I'm actually hiding by lower glaciers. But then again, that's the 8 degrees of gun depression. It's actually only 6 degrees because of how tall the tank is. It's not like a Chieftain Mark 6 where because how low that tank is, the 10 degrees of under pressure, it's actually like 12. My tune mate gets a nice high max roll. That's the dispersion and the aim time not being 100%. No, we're just the damage will rack up shortly. We're just gonna play it smart. That was a nice average damage, slightly below average. That's good. One thing about these tier 9 Yos, especially the 2-shot, shoot your 2 shots doing 800-900 damage, you're gonna reload for like 25 plus seconds. Kinda crazy in my opinion. This gun should have a stabilizer, but there's no proper mechanic for gun stabilizer in the game. You saw how that gun was wobbling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Nice max roll. That was a real good max roll. Now, because it's a 5v4, we still have to play a little careful. So tide can change any minute here. I'm gonna put one shot in the C3 to help my tune. But at the same time, I gotta fire to the I7. Now I just go rush to I7, just go farm him a little bit. Take a trade shot. Then I go around. Around and around and around. He actually misses his shot because he thought I was gonna stop swimming. And then we're seeing 4.1k damage and 1k block. Ram damage. Thanks for the Victor's Light. Actually clutch. That's again the dispersion, not doing 100%. Tried to load a HE for the Chieftain's Cupola. But nonetheless, we won the game. That game was with a credit booster. It was 100k credits, 4k damage, carried the team, like always. Jokes, maybe half the time. But long story short, is this tank worth $280 Canadian or $220 US? No, I don't think it's even worth $200. I think it's going to be worth $75 in the future. But if you were interested in dropping 3 figures on the tank, I would hold off and actually spend that money on my bad guys, but spend that money onto different tanks, classic French tanks, large caliber Frenchmen. All those will be featured in a future video. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, and have a good night.